are many ways in which I think about the presidency of Cyril Ramaphosa. Firstly, it is the author, George Orwell, who said, just because you live in a democracy does not mean you will not be subjected to authoritarianism. In my view, the Ramaphosa presidency or the Ramaphosa moment has been decidedly authoritarian. And the democratic space, aided in part by sections of our commercial media, has narrowed down considerably. Lies have become the truth. The truth has become a lie. Secondly, the New Dawn moment, the Tumamina moment, the Ramaphosa moment, is a no-ngawuse moment. In the sense that with its advent, that is the New Dawn, the promise is made that the sun will rise in the west and set in the east. As was the case at the time of Nongawuse, when Amakhosa were told that they must kill their animals, destroy their fields, because after that, the day will come when the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. And as that happens, millions of cattle will come from the horizon, and the fields will grow again, and the land will be a place of plenty and prosperity. Now, we're doing the same here. We believe that under Ramaphosa, the sun will rise in the west and set in the east. But it is not fields of mealies and other forms of food we are destroying. It is not our cattle that we are destroying. We're doing something similar. Instead of cattle and our fields, we have destroyed and are destroying public entities as part of this promise. Destroy SAA and other public entities. Destroy ESCOM and other public entities. When you are done, according to the New Dawn, the sun will rise in the west and set in the east, and prosperity will descend upon South Africa. That is another way in which I think about the Ramaphosa moment. Another way I think of the Ramaphosa moment is in terms of how he and the party he leads have become allies to coloniality. Hence, we can characterize what people call our post-apartheid setting as a neo-apartheid reality. So, during this period of neo-apartheid, which coincides with the leadership of Cyril Ramaphosa, another way in which you can speak about him as a leader of the party and the country is this: that what we have here, and here I'm going to be accused of being RET. It doesn't matter anymore, because those who make the accusation know they are lying. But it's something they need to say to discredit what I'm saying.
Welcome to the club, by the way.
Yes. It's a good club, RET. You find yourself on the same side as Kalni House. As an ally of coloniality, Ramaphosa has done two things, in my view. He betrays his people and his party. But he fails those on whose behalf the betrayal happens. And this is what makes him weak. Because in the end, through the betrayal, you would have thought the interests of those on whose behalf the betrayal happens would be fortified. Yes, the Ramaphosa presidency has delivered certain things to whiteness, to coloniality, to global and domestic capital. But the noises I'm hearing from those on whose behalf the betrayal happens are that they're fed up with him, in the belief that by now he should have done more for them and has failed. And that is why I say he betrays his party, the ANC, and his people. But fails to deliver to those on whose behalf the betrayal happens. I would say to them they should not be too pessimistic, because who knows? The next leadership of the ANC may do much better than the leadership collective Ramaphosa leads. In other words, this may be a leadership that succeeds where Ramaphosa has failed in relation to those on whose behalf the betrayal is happening.